Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rebellion. Just going to turn the music down a little bit. Bear with me while I turn the music down. Okay, everybody, so what I really wanted to touch up on today was the new raid. I know that's kind of a big topic of discussion right now. Um, with all the news that broke the other day, which Fat Phil and I talked about on his live the other day. Um, I really wanted to drop something on our channel and something that we could just watch and come back to maybe see how it goes in a couple months and how it all plays out. Um, I do know that there's a lot of people saying that this is a bad thing for the game. How this is just whale food and it's gonna not be very good for Swago in the raid. Um, so to kind of compare how I think this is going to play out, I want to go look at the way that my guild does our Naboo raid. Um, in the last rewards, we got between 90 to 130 million. So if we take that, where's my calculator? If we take that out between, we'll call that 40 million difference, 90, we'll call it about 110 million. So if you take 110 million and divide that by 50, you're looking at 2,200,000 per person to get to this crate. To get to this crate right here. I put in the last one, for my individual attempt, I put in just shy of 2 million. So I have to come up with about that in comparison. And if I look at that, you take 1.7 million and you divide it by 5 teams. So 1.7. Let's clear that because I messed that one up. Divided by 5 teams, you get 3,400 apiece to get right to exactly where I was. So coming out of the gate, that's not going to be possible. But if you average a 300 score, you will get pretty far in this raid. Just starting out. As a guild, you're probably going to have people that will carry it a little bit more, and that's kind of to be expected of the higher end. Not that that's okay because everybody kind of needs to pull their weight in their guild, but you kind of gotta expect it a bit. Um, so you kind of just starting out. If you're a mid game player, you want to aim to be about 300 million. If your roster isn't fully developed, like mine, for example, as you could see, we're sitting not at a whole lot of relics, not at a whole lot of stars. I've been farming my bad batch and we're working on getting them ready. We have 2 weeks before the raid, so that's kind of iffy, but I did kind of well a little bit on Temple Guard. We got him up at 7 stars. I'm close to Jocasta, so it's coming along. Unfortunately, Mace isn't going to happen because I do not have my troopers here. The disguised, the Tarkin troopers up to Relic 5, which is where they would need to be, and then focus on Depa and Temple. So I wasn't able to wail on them like I wanted to. So that one's not going to be good. Tomorrow we're going to have Batcher at 7 stars. We're just working on our Crosshair and Wrecker. So if you were a Lightspeed bundle purchaser, the Pirates, I know the Pirates have been shit on a lot with this raid, with them not having their whole squad, with them being kind of a mess. But something that I really want to see, and I'm actually really curious about, if you look at Darth Maul and Sidious in this last raid, when you combine them with Newt, just the three of them were able to go super far. This was a Lightspeed bundle, so I'm wondering if, let me move these guys down. This here was a Lightspeed bundle, so I'm curious to see how this will. Maybe this could be another like Maul team, and these three could just carry the whole thing. Uh, Maybe throw Sana as the leader. She has a lot of rebel call outs, so I don't think I would go with her because you're using her as a pirate. But you Hondo doesn't have a leader, so I would just throw Sana in the leader spot, see what these guys can do. Maybe they could do really good. I'm gonna give them a try in the first raid and see what I could do with them. That's just my thoughts on that. What I think you're gonna get a lot out of though is this Tarkin. Tarkin here is going to be the think of the Gungans. I'm able to get over my 300,000 with a Gear 12 Gungans because I put the Omicrons and stuff on them. You're able to take in one character on some teams throughout these raids, like the Jawas, like all these characters, you could just take one character of. And I think Tarkin is gonna nuke this raid pretty hard. Um, so this team, just getting them up to 5 star and getting them some Zetas if you can. You're gonna want his Zetas. The rest might be good. It might be good to have. Um, I think this will be one of your carries. The Bad Batch is gonna be a carry, and then you got these 5 Jedi here who I don't know where they're gonna fit in. I can see some teams that you're gonna want to put together. Obviously, we don't have the full pirates to get the full picture of the pirates. Maybe um, you could throw these guys if like Smee's team and the GL does good without these three. Maybe you could use these three, and then the other pirates coming out is another team, and then you have your three teams between Tarkin, Bad Batch, Pirates, New Pirates, and toss together some kind of spare. I could see like you're probably gonna want to use your where is he? Your why could I not find him? Your Beck. I don't think I added him. But you're gonna want to probably use your Beck lead. Maybe Qui-Gon. Throw in Shock T for some offense. Luminar for some healing. The Consular in the Jedi Knight Guardian kind of confuses me a bit as to why these guys are here. But I think that I think we're gonna be okay, guys. I don't want you to panic. Yes, a little bit, but you gotta understand that Swago obviously they gotta make money. In order for the game to stay alive, I love this game. We all love this game, and in order for it to continue to thrive, we gotta have the whales. So yes, it's gonna be a whale game at the start of the raid. Of course, it's gonna be, but it's over the next month or two. Don't be surprised if you catch up to where you were. So I wouldn't panic. Please don't panic. It's gonna be okay. Uh, Again, the Pirates coming out midway. I agree. It was a weird situation, and I am not saying that I fully agree with it, but it's gonna be okay. I think we're still gonna get our scores that we need, especially with them changing the scoring to the raid and making it lower. That's gonna be another huge factor for a lot of people, adding those couple tiers in. I am gonna say that this Vanguard team is going to be insane. I was talking about it with Phil, and I think that this Vanguard team is gonna be the next Bo-Katan. These guys, Mace's kit is just way out in left field. This is gonna be our next squad. Even after this raid is done, I know we're 2 weeks and a year out. Um, you're gonna want to get that that squad. So I would definitely be farming these guys. They will be really good to have, and then get Mace. You have a year to do this raid. We have Oppo who's available to farm right now. In 2 weeks' time, we will get uh, CX2 available to farm. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. That's all I can really tell you guys. Um, as you can see, I'm sure a lot of you are in the same boat shard wise. You're not going to be able to use this guy's clone trooper, and I don't have Oppo to 5-star yet, but I have CX and I have Scorch there. This guy's clone trooper will be available for me to farm in it 4 weeks, because in 2 weeks we'll get CX, and then 2 weeks after that we'll get this guy's trooper. So I'm looking at 2 weeks after the launch of the raid. I will be able to farm Disguised Trooper to get, and he's not very far off from 5-star. So I will soon after the launch of the raid be able to use these guys. And again, as you could see in my account, I've always said that I'm not like super Zeta heavy. I'm not super mod heavy. I'm in your guys' boat. And I don't see it being much of a huge thing. So please, 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 I understand there's a huge panic in the community. We will get through it. Your rosters are going to be okay. You're still going to do the raid. You're still going to get some Mark 3. It's a Wales game, guys. It's just the way it is. Anyway, I just wanted to toss this together and show you guys that yes, sorry, some of these things are going to be whale food for a while, but CG did say it's going to be a year for this raid. So this stuff will come. Rely on these teams. Look into how we can make these guys mesh. Watch your content streamers. Watch Arnold. Watch Snooch. Watch Scribe. Those guys will mess around with these units and try to come up with a viable team for us to use. And I will be trying to. So if you really want to see me try in a much more neutral setting, please remember to like and subscribe. Um, that will get you to my content a lot quicker, and then you could see how this is all gonna go. Because I will be doing this all live for sure for um, the next couple raids, just to show what I'm doing. So I love you all. You guys are amazing, and rebellions are built on hope.